We'll flash the people who are supporting us. We're a non-profit organization. Can we flash the members and partner institutions? Here they are. You can speed read it. The most important one is Multinational Foundation, who has donated Bernie who runs everything for us. Right? And the next one, of course, would be the corporate members. This RI Chemical Corporation, headed by the guy I was married, my boss and his lovely daughter, Ateneo Carlos, and Bounty Agri-Business, with Jerry Chkalap, who comes all the time, really appreciate it. And the next one will be the members. The members are people like Cesar Biranta, Sonny Dominguez, etc., Cesar Gomez, etc. So those are the members. Okay, now let's go to the real business, which is the introduction. Well, Orly, makibaka wag matakot, right? I mean, I had a 9-year warrant for arrest for subversion. So, but I was anti-communist. But you also were an activist like me, and you were, I think, a little more progressive than me. You went from activist to a real leader in business. Somebody told me from idealist to realist. For me, it's still idealist because when you go into business, you serve the people by giving jobs. No? So I'd like to introduce Orly Manuntag. No? Basically, as you may know in our information about him, he's the chief executive officer in this, and it's this Goldmine farm to market. Basically, he's the CEO of Goldmine farm to market. He's a co-founder of PRISM. I deal with PRISM all the time. Their chairwoman is one of our key people in the chamber. I deal with her, and he's a co-founder. He's a national spokesperson of a very important group, drinks retailer Confederation. They know what's going on. They know the hoarding. They know the smuggling. They know that. He knows a lot. As a matter of fact, we're very honored to have you. Mass entrepreneurship in Ateneo, no? Yes, where a guy called El Morato left AIM and went there and did his entrepreneurship. And he's a gold medalist there, gold medalist. He knows customs left and right. He knows license, custom road. That's why I said he's gone from idealist to still idealist. Operating all aspects of business, which gives jobs. No? And actually, he also studied customs and knows it very well in the Asian Institute of Maritime Studies. Orly, speaking English, Orly, you came right on time. Basically, what we say is first 5 to 10 minutes, Orly, instead of your presentation, give us your life, no? So we want to connect. Basically, we talk to the speakers in between forums because our departed chair, Ramon Osorio, said, the job of the forum is not to just entertain and educate, it is to spread what we get here into job creation. No? So if we have a talk on dragon fruit, we try and get connections, banks, and all that. We are not students, we're professionals, no? And some of us have these contacts, but some of us are old. So we help in getting banks and getting people, even getting government agencies, because recognized as accredited group, no? And we're the chairman of the International Trade Committee of the government legislated public-private group called Philippine Council for Agriculture Fisheries. One of our best achievements is there was this group. It was waiting there for 4 months. They called us when we said we heard your problem. They did in 1 week. So we do those things. We go to banks and all that. But you're well connected. But basically, when you talk to us, part of your talk is first 5 or 10 minutes about your life. How did you get in here, etc. And then the other part is that how can we help you? Because we don't want just to be educated. We want to help. And our speakers chosen by Bernie are all inspirations. And actually, we want to spread. So inspiration, because perspiration will work, and we want to work. No? So after we hear you. So first point, please give us an introduction to your life, how you got into this. Second point is please tell us how we can help you. Very important before the open forum. No? And then finally, we'll ask you to give us your contact number. People call from all over the world because it's free now, libre na. And most people give office, some give personal, etc. No? So on that note, no, I want to welcome you. Our average participation is 600 per month. The composition is half men, half women, usually 90% men. Now it's half over 45, half below 45. That it was over 60. Because our board now is everyone's young, all below 45. There's only one Jurassic guy there, that's me, no? And I tend to move on pretty soon, no? Um, and therefore, having said that, number one, give us your life. Number two, tell us how we can help. And number three, give us your contact number. All right. Okay. So, Orly, Manuntag, we welcome you to this forum, and we want to help your idealism in the youth. You still have it now by spreading your wisdom. And your topic is so very important. It's rice and franchise, so very important. The co-founder was here. Being Siva already, I connected her to two people already. And there's a lady who wanted to do franchise of coconut milk products. No? I connected her to, I connected her to the head, Bing Sibal, and of course, Danny Fausto, whom you may know, because Danny talks to you also. No? He's the milk guy. He's the milk guy, head of the milk. And she said, can you get some of his allocation? Hindi niya nakukuha. So, okay, Danny, bigyan mo. I'm sorry, English. She told me, can I talk to him so she can get some of his allocation? Because he got the whole thing, right? So I talked to Danny and said, okay. So Orly, you know what we want to do? We want to spread, okay, the good things you have. No, you've done a great job and all that. If we can help, we want to do that, all right? Because we are not happy just listening. We want to work. No? So on that note, I want to welcome Orly Manuntag. I'd like to let him know he was an activist. So I had a 9-year warrant for subversion, but I was just a moderate writing articles, and I was okay. So he and I, when we were young, we were idealists. Today, Orly and I are still idealists, but we are realists. Well, I think we're realists even then. Pero Orly does much more than me, because it's really in the heart of rice. So Orly, welcome, and thank you for coming. Thanks, Bernie, up also. So please give us your life for 5 or 10 minutes, then your talk, and more important, how we can help you to spread your good work. O sige, Orly, please take it away.
Thank you so much for the introduction and also for the invitation here. I'm very privileged and honored to be with you. And it's very timing because for the past few months, rice is always at the forefront of our news. So on my life, I'm a son of Mang Rading. Mang Rading is one of the retailer in Baclaran. So we used to have a retail store in Baclaran way back 1980s, 1990s. So we have a store around 20 square meter then. So we sell rice, eggs, oil. So typically it's a store inside a public market of Aling Clara. It's located at Baclaran Market, Parañaque. So from then, my early age, I used to saw what happening in the market. Very hard how to have income generated by my family. So basically, that's why I'm finished my study because of rice retailing business of my father. So that time I used to saw what's happening in the market. The vendors were chased by the MMDA during that time. I will not mention who is the leader of the MMDA back then. But those were the times that I saw it's hard to be part of this society. If this is always the case, you are selling only rice, but you saw the vendors there were chasing by the policeman, by the MMDA. So it's during that time, I saw what's happening in our society. So during my college days, I'm a student in Lyceum. So I saw on my first year in Lyceum, Manila, Muros, there's a welga ng mga teachers. There's a strike of teachers then. So we were enlightened what's really happening then. So after 6 months, they were back. So we were recruited at the League of Filipino Students. So back then, we have some street rallies, And if we have some issues of our school, tuition fee increase, oil price hike, and other issues regarding our farmers. So there's always on our team that we encourage students to go with the streets and to wage our strike at the Menjola. But something happened when it was, I think 1993 or 1994, there's a strike of the SM. So I was one of the students there to go with the picket line of the Manggagawa. SM has their own union under the KMU. So the students were also patronizing the KMU during that time. So we integrate at the picket line, but something happened. There's a problem along the guards from the SM and on the picket line. So we got picture, and our picture were sent to our school. That's why we were kicked out. So it's my third year in my accountancy. By the way, during that time, my course is BS accountancy, but majoring in street strikes and some other issues. So I was kicked out by the school. So I'm not stopped there. So I go to the Quezon province, and integration with the farmers side. During that time was initiated by our KMP, Kilusa Magbubukid ng Pilipinas. So I was there living with the farmers. So I have no intention to finish my school because I want to help the farmers with them. Some I do day-to-day basis, teaching them, and some other issues. I was there with 18 months. So after 1.5, my father told me, "Anak, you have to go to study, finish." So I got my card with the Lyceum of the Philippines. So when I get back to the Lyceum, I have 4 guards over me because they don't want me to have any problem with to engage with the school. So that's why I easily got my cards, credentials, and studied. I saw the aims in Cuneta Astrodome. So I just told this course there, Asian BS Customs Administration. So I don't want to be a licensed customs broker, but there's no choice because I want to fulfill my father's want me to be as a graduate student. So I entered, and then after back then even though that I am there, I always go with the rally, some connections with the KMU, KMP. And then during that time, way back 1998, my father died. So when my father died, I just want to there's a crossroads on my part because during that time I graduated 1997 and I took the board exam, so I passed the licensed customs examination. So 1998, after around 6-7 months when I just passed, my father passed away. So it's a crossroad on me if I will go on my profession or if I will continue the rice business of my father in the rice retailing in Aling Claras market. So, but there's a big question during that time because my father left a 3 million debt to 6 suppliers. So as my father, I love him so much. So I told to 6 suppliers, I will pay my father's debt, but in one condition, just help me to continue this business. So after a year, I just paid it off, all of the debt of my father. So until now, they still have friends. One of them is also I supplied some rice to there because I am in the trading right now. But during that time, 1998, year 2000, as another problem arise. The whole market of Aling Claras were burned. So it's another crossroad whether to go up again to go with my with my profession, but still my in the rice business. So I bought some planggana during that time, 10 planggana, and then I put price and tag. So I started selling. So by way back 2000, I was a member of GRECON, Grace Retailers Confederation of the Philippines South. So 2004, I became the president of South. And then during that time, I was an active member of the grains industry. And when James Magbanawa was our national president, I was nominated and appointed as Grains Retailers National PRO of GRECON. So back then, I always used to be in the rice business. So that's why many of my colleagues right now in Bulacan Group and some other part, whenever they need somebody to speak about rice, so they say, oh, go to Orly and then let them be invited to have them. So it's basically my heart is in rice. Basically, it's my destiny. So right now, way back 2015, the government opened importation. So we participated minimal because during that time we use also the during that there's a map. So businessman always saw the opportunity, but when there's the problem arise, but when the government wants to open the trade, GRECON and National Food Authority oppose it. So there's also evidence that we were participated with Malacanang during the time is President Duterte was the president. So there is a group of traders, farmers, and some all against the government official because I think that during that time is Secretary Piñol is our DA secretary, and Secretary the Secretary of Finance was the one who championed the rice
Sonny Dominguez.
Yeah, Sonny Dominguez, authored by Senator Villar. So we vehemently opposed that, but luckily they won. So we need to respect whatever the law. So it became a Republic Act 11203. It's open trade. So it's now the time. So I saw the opportunity. So why not on my part look the backward integration? So I use a retailer, wholesaler, importer, and then we have rice mill in Bulacan. So this time, I think it's time to have a backward integration. Why not to go with the farmers? Help them to have their good job and income. So that's why we have now a cluster farming. One of them is in Nueva Ecija. We support them. All of the needs in the farm inputs. That's why it's included in my Goldmine farm to market. So that is our phase one. So phase one is a rice business with a rice store and also some digitalization, some products. But phase two, that's the Ernie told me a while ago, what can be help us. So I need a help because I want to explore not only rice to sell in our franchise. So during the last franchise expo in SMX MOA, we are the one of the main attraction there. 78 sign up with our franchise. So they paid us for the franchise. So we were overwhelmed, all of the members of the team. So that's why we need to improve more. We need not only rice, but the agricultural products that we can sell inside our franchise store. So I think there's somebody in the group, or I need to, let's say, sell coconut, sugar, oil, mais, coffee. So it's basically in my vision, it's Goldmine farm to market. So what else can I offer? So it creates job to those franchises that will be inputs of their stores, and also on the other part of it, our backward integration for the farming aside. So, and also part of it is we have the CSR. We have now 42 scholars from the here in Cavite, but right now my objective is to help the sons of the farmers, to help them. So portion of our income in the Goldmine farm to market can be used as our scholarship fund for the sons or daughters of the farmers right now, because they are the one who the most need us. So right now, that's thing I think you can help me for that. So to help some suppliers for the agricultural products, that I can be part of on our phase 2. So basically that's my my introduction on my beginnings and what we have right now. Because our vision is a agricultural trading company of agricultural products that will give farmers, franchises, consumers a better life, an endless gold mine for them. It's basically a supply and whole value chain. So from farming, we supply all the needs of the farmers, 100% subsidy, and then they will feed them correctly. What is right now is 23 pesos, 26. So we will pay them at 26 pesos without cost anything with them. Unlike before, they have to make borrow from some usurer or anything or private with the high interest. But on our program, we supply it and we will buy back it at the present price of 26 pesos or 27 pesos. It depends on the quality that we have right now. Because right now we use hybrid and inbred. Okay. So it's our right now is from retailing, wholesaling, milling, importation. I know we cannot escape from the importation, but we need to have to help our farmers just to let our importation quantity lessen. So that's our main objective. We cannot 100% go for importation, because one way or another, it will be a very, very big issue, the food security and rice sufficiency level in our country. So again, if you have some question, I'm free to to answer it.
Okay, on that note, I'd like to, well, maybe before I open the forum, tell us a little bit more, because you kind of give us your life and what you do. Tell us about your franchise, how this work, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. What exactly do you do? I mean, what does the franchise mean? And actually, have you already talked to, for example, my wife got an award, right, for franchising, because my wife was trying to have the people, the child mortality is one of the worst in the Philippines. And she went, and everybody that does these little clinics, they don't have the same system. So she had the same system franchise, parang magaling, right? And she got an award, no? Ngayon, yung iyon, interesting, may franchise ka rin. Tell us a bit more before we have open forum. Like my wife and franchising, being Sibal, she said here that she's a dancer in high school. No? She's the president, no? President also of PCCI. And she already got business from our forum. And I wrote in my column, I've been writing weekly columns for 22 years. It says franchise, the next agriculture franchise, the next sunrise industry. Dami tumatawag. Kasi ang maganda sa franchising, first of all, sabi nga ni Bing Limuco, which I wrote, no, number one, for the franchisor who doesn't have money, ikalat yan. The daming business, she gets percent. And it will help more people, no? Kasi wala siyang pera to use other people's money. And secondly, franchising, walang alam. Parang palpak. 80% of business fails. Pero kung punta ka sa franchise, magaling na, okay yun. So tell us more about yours. I mean, if they wanted to join the franchise, no, tell us a bit more. How do they join it, and what exactly do you offer? do you offer a system, and the system you have, is it invento mo? It's okay to invento, but yung franchise na ginagawa nila ay tinitignan para sigurado, so they make you a real accredited franchise. And I think dito meron ka rin background, no? So tell us more. Ano offering mo para the open forum and people from abroad, no, will know what exactly you're doing. How does it work, and how do we join you?
Yes. Basically, it's a franchise we offer right now, Goldmine Farm to Market. It's a 388,000 pesos. So include a franchise fee, but we have no royalty fee. So what other includes for the 388? It's a 70 sacks of rice. And also the design of the store. The construction is included for that 388. And also the two rice dispenser. Each dispenser has a 6 price tag. So 6 and 6, so 12. So basically we have 12 varieties. The 12 varieties is from lowest to highest, from RMR, well-milled to special rice, and other basically own product of our farmers. Brown rice, red, and black rice. So another thing is we have POS. That's something new. That POS is you can manage the store, you can see the sales, you can see the inventory if you were also in abroad. So basically, it's one very powerful. Even you are not there in your store, it's powered by POS system. So we have partnered with some other third-party supplier for that. So another thing is the whole design. It's basically the design. I don't have picture right now here, but you can search our website. And also the marketing support. We have one marketing also in our office. You cannot go post picture for our franchising. So it's our own company. We have a marketing team for there just to support you in marketing and also in operation. So like what happened in other big franchises, Jollibee, McDo, you cannot the franchises cannot post any picture from them, but all the main company or the franchisor may do that for the franchises. So another thing here is the supply side. The supply side is based on our franchise agreement that we supplied the rice. So they cannot do or to buy to rice other. So it's our rice, but that is registered. Our brand is Goldmine Farm. You can see the Goldmine in our all of sacks that we will sell by the franchisee. Not all of it is 25 kg, but also we have 5 kg vacuum pack. So basically, you can see on the supermarket. So the approach of our franchisee is basically it's medium middle class, but the price is very low attached to the market. So another thing, it's not only a rice retailing, because we have upscaling there. That's one feature that many of our future franchises were happy, because the typical is just a retail store. It's not typically a retail store. Basically, retailing is only one. We will teach them up to upscale. You can sell to retailers also nearby. You can sell also to the wholesalers, and they can sell also to the HoReCa, hotel, restaurant, catering, and they can sell also to the corporate accounts. So it depends on the capacity of the franchisee. But basically, they don't have to use the fund in the retailing store, because retailing is the one that they can do on the forefront. But back end of the business, they can sell it also to this that I mentioned, HoReCa, corporate, everything. And another thing is the online. So the franchisee can sell also in the online. So they will teach us how to do it, online selling. So we have basically one price. All stores were one price. So we dictate the price every week, depends on the fluctuation of the rice, and we supply it every day, every week also. So we have a lead time at least 2 to 3 days for their orders. So basically, it's a one price for all the franchisee and one brand also for us. Our brand cannot be seen just publicly. So Goldmine is also registered in the IPO. Our design, the store is also an IPO. Our rice dispenser is also an IPO registered. So it's all registered license. And also we trained the people, that basically the franchisee owner and their people inside our main office. At least a 3 days 3 days training. 1 day is for the knowledge of the rice, what they will sell. And number 2 is the marketing and also the finance side. And then lastly is the operation. So how will they sell the rice in their market, and how will do marketing also, as I mentioned, not only in the rice retailing, but as well as the selling it to the retailers, wholesalers, corporate accounts, and the HoReCa, hotel, restaurant, catering. And luckily, now the trend of the business is online business. So we will teach them how to. If you look out at the Shopee Goldmine Farm to Market, there is number 1 in rice. So one way that we catch up the pandemic, so we started February, and then 2020, March 2020 was the start of lockdown. So we able to start the online business of Goldmine Farm to Market. So during that time, we saw very huge sales during that. So I saw the opportunity. We will not stop here because we have all the resources. We have the farm, we have the milling, so we have all the resources. We can supply all for the franchises alone. That's why we use also to import if needed, and also during the lean month season. But for the harvest time, we buy palay also from the farmers in the provinces in Webersia. But right now, our cluster farming program, I think, will start it now for 100 hectares. So we'll support all the needs of the farm inputs of our farmers. So that will be one major our supply will come in for the franchises. So you also I mentioned that Goldmine Farm to Market is the number 1 in the rice franchise industry that we have approach of farming, milling, and directly distribution to our franchises. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Actually, I'm asking a few questions because given that you don't have a canned presentation, it's even better because instead of seeing things that are not important, we'll go right to the bottom line. So I'm just going to ask the questions to set the stage for the open forum now. 2 more questions. One question, of course, is that 388,000 pesos is the franchise fee. How much is the fee to join this system? 388,000. You said there's no royalty, but there is a fee. What's the fee?
Okay. The 388,000 is the whole that you will have to shell out the cost. 388,000 include there is 100,000 franchise fee.
I see.
Okay. For the 388,000, it includes the 70 sacks of rice, the inventory, and also yes, and we have also some worth 3,000 of noodles, excellent product. And then also the design and the construction of your store for 20 square meter alone. For the excess shall be shouldered by the franchisee.
Yes. And then the last one is this. We had a guest speaker being Sibal. She had a guest called Hannah Mamon. And what was fascinating is like Potato Corner. They did this, not there 1,000 in 6 continents, but they basically just get potatoes. What Hannah Mamon does, she goes to a vacant lot with nothing planted. Then she helps them plant. In other words, no, you say you also have the farmers. In other words, instead of just getting rice, do you actually help the farmers in terms of giving them loans to buy fertilizer? Do you help them choose the kind of fertilizer? What do you do for the farmers? Because basically you're retailing. you said you have the farmers. What do you do for them? Do you buy their product? Do you give them fertilizer? Do you teach them technology? What do you do?
Okay. We also partner with the seed growers. Right now, there's a seed growers that we are on our side. One is the Hataw seeds. And so the Hataw seeds is the technical aspect. They supply all the seeds for them. And we will pay the seeds with our own for our company. Supply it 100% free for the farmers, and also the fertilizer. So another thing that we will need to do is they have to have good communication with the local farmers. So they will not shell out any cost. It's 100% subsidy by our company. So when they have to, what will they do is just to take care of the seeds and transplant into the land of the farm area, and also help them to grow. And all the pesticides, all the fertilizer, basically 100% subsidized by our company.
Yes,
So
and then yeah.
when the harvest time arise, we need to compute how much it costs. So they will buy back it from them at a good price. Basically, you cannot buy them at 23 below, because that is the price of the government. We will buy them at 23 up. It's a
Yeah.
big help for them, no shell out any cost, no interest that we provide them. That's the problem on the farmer side. They also always borrowed from the other people, and when they harvest, they paid it almost the harvest is gone because of that. Okay, so Sir Ernie.
Exactly. I know that very well because I'm an activist like you. I'm a farmer leader also. That's very good. So I'll open the question to people. I'd like to say that we have here a person who was idealistic in the past and went into rallies. I don't know if went to the violence, but we know rallies very well. And now he's doing business, and I think those businesses have a lot of people, especially as interested in how he helps the farmers, because some retailers, they just get it and they sell. He goes back, he gives stones, and 5, 6, I know that very well. Also, they give the seeds, and when you come back, they get a price that's too low, and then they subtract with high interest what they gave you. Talagang, I think you're a miracle, right? And I think that that you're doing a real fantastic job, revolutionary job. So I now open the floor to questions. We have about 15 minutes. We'll end that, then we have another hour. So at this point, it's only one question per person. And the question is short and the answer will be short to give more opportunity. From 9 to 10, we can have more than one question per person, and we can discuss more. But from 9 to 10, we have needs and leads, which is our other arm, which is the action arm led by Robert Chipanco. So I open the floor now. So Oscar, please go ahead and ask the question.
Yeah, I'm Oscar Barrera from Phil Export. I'm a member of Phil Exporters, and we help small and medium scale industry. So I'm interested in your program, which seems to be a very good integration of the rice industry. Now, so I understand you would be buying palay from the farmer, okay, at 23 pesos, but that pala has to be processed, hindi ba? Through a mill. So what happens? Do you own a mill yourself, or you go and deliver the palay to a mill, and then you pay the mill for milling charges? And can you how it goes now from the palay of the farmer? How does it go through the value chain? Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Basically, we buy palay from our local farmers, and we mill it in our own rice mill in Bulacan, beside the intercity. So upon milling it, we pack it in our own brand and sell it directly to our franchises. So that's what we go. So it's we buy palay and directly to our milling, and directly to our franchisee. So no other middleman in our supply and value chain. But of course, because our franchisee is not yet you call that, too many, because we are just start up just this year. So luckily we have many future franchises. So we will now focusing to our own franchises. But we also sell it to the other corporate accounts and other Horeca also. But basically our focus now is to buy palay from our local farmers and how have own started our cluster farming just to support them and mill it in our own rice mill in Bulacan. So all the logistics there is provided by our company and directly sell it and distributed it to our franchises, sir.
Okay.
Vivian, can you call the next?
Parang si Rene may question. Vivian, parang si Rene may question siya sa chat box.
Oh, Rene. You know, for me, if there were three candidates for secretary, this is the guy. Makinig ka dito, Orly. He's one of the best in the country. Rene Pamintuan. Please go ahead, Rene.
Hi, Orly.
Hello.
I to be able to understand what you're saying, I actually opened your web page, goldmines.com.ph. Di ba, no?
Yes po, yes po.
Oh, I understand this is a single proprietary company registered with DTI. Hindi ka pa nag-incorporate?
Sir, that's our former company, but still right now we use, sir, Goldmine Farm to Market 888 Goldmine Marketing Corporation. It's a corporation, sir, that we use in the Goldmine Farm to Market.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're practically helping the farmers. You supply them with inputs, and then when they harvest, you buy it from them at a better price. That's a wonderful idea. I think I want to know more about it. What is your link ba? How can we get you to? How can we communicate with you in a direct manner?
Sir, I will send to the chat, sir, my number, so you can everybody can save my number po. And another thing is our website. I will post it here. Meeting, okay.
Yeah. Orly, kasi yung mga sa Amerika at ibang bansa, hindi siya masyadong, makakuha, no? Please, in English, please give us your phone number on air. Can you
Okay.
do
0917
Yes.
545
Yes.
7313. Again, 0917 545 7313. So if the other country, they may use +63 917 545 7313. So they can and also this is also my Viber, my WhatsApp, and they can also connect with my messenger Orly Manuntag. So just easy to and also they can follow us on our Facebook page, and we also website Goldmine Farm to Market. Okay, there's so much there that we have posted during our 1 year existence of our Farm to Market franchise.
Salamat, Orly. So Rene, is that satisfactory? That
Yeah, I'm good. I guess
Okay.
a lot of the questions can be answered directly by them.
yes, right. And 9 to 10 have more discussion. Okay, sige. Actually, Orly, he learned from you, but you'll also learn from this guy. This guy is probably the best in the country. Okay, Vivian, can you call the next one, please?
Miss Bernie has a question.
Please go ahead.
Orly, my question is how you select your franchisees, the site, And then do you have company owned versus those issued to the franchisees?
Yeah. Okay. Basically, we have a team, of course, and then we select. We have a process. One process is they need to sign the form that they are interested in our franchising, and then only 2,000 pesos is the initial investment. Just to, even though they have no stall, but they are decided to have the franchise someday, or what's the date? It depends on them. So we have the process. So we have the to check the location. So we have to, my team will go there just to check the location, because it's very vital. It's very vital because you always future franchising, how much is the ROI, or when will be the ROI? Always basic question. But we answer them directly. It depends on the pwesto or the store. So we need to check the location. Basically, we check it at 25,000 population. There should be one franchise. So we computed it. 25,000 population in just one entire area. Let's say a barangay in Baclaran has 30,000 population. We need one store there, and we have to check it because the very vital is the positioning of the store for them. So we have the process before, and also after that, if they have the puesto or store, they have to also sign for the franchise agreement and paid us at least half, and then we will discuss everything for them and set up all the needed. At least it is 30 days up to 60 days just to set up, because they have to secure license from the municipal, license from the DTI or SEC, whatever they use, and also the BIR also, because they will use the Goldmine Farm to Market brand as a franchise. So they will teach them inside our in our office. So all of the questions will be answered there. Thank you.
How many do you now have total?
Right now we have 4 franchisee, because we just started last January 12, but during the expo in October 2017, the MOA, we have 78 franchises, future franchises that sign up, and they paid us as advance payment. And right now we have opening for January. It's a 5 stores because they paid us half of the franchise fee. So they are willing to open it by January. So it's a good opening year for us.
Walang company owned franchises lahat.
We have company owned. We have one company owned. And we will open another company owned by January also. Aside from the 5 franchises that we will wants to open by January.
Hindi maliwanag sa akin to eh. For the purpose of lines survey, what is that? Line
Yes.
survey. And then what?
Bernie, is it okay?
Bernie, can we answer?
Yes, very well.
Survey na niya, tapos na. Ano gagawin ko yung pagkatapos?
Rene, are you
Dito, for the purpose of?
Rene, can you ask your question clearly, or Orly will answer?
I'm done. I'm okay. I'm done.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Sige. Call the next question. I think his mic was open, not muted. Okay. O sige. Vivian, next question, please.
Vivian, si Gerald.
Yes
Gerald.
po. Sir Gerald Kelapio po.
Hi, Orly. Good morning.
Good morning.
Just like to ask kung so for a typical franchisee, how much rice does one need to sell for this to be at least viable? And assuming you can do that, gaano katagal ang payback more or less nito?
Yeah, okay. As I said, it depends on the location. But we have one franchisee located at Banay-Banay. we post it in the social media. After 6 months, it's already an ROI. But there's a good thing happened to them because his mother is a rice wholesaler. So they know exactly the rice business. So as I mentioned a while ago, that it's not only a rice retailing. We use upscaling, wholesaling, and also selling to the Horeca, hotel, restaurant, catering, and also corporate account. So his mother is help him to grow his business. He's a fresh graduate from UST, a finance man, but he used his mother buy one franchise for him. So after 6 months, he already ROI. But I'm not telling it to the everybody. It always depends on the location and how well do the business also. It depends. Other people, like say an overseas worker, doesn't know how to run business, so we teach them on how. But basically the ROI, it's not 6 months, but basically we check it is around 10 months to 1 year, the ROI. So because they have to sell the basic, the break-even sales, we have to sell the medium and also the high, of course. So basically it's depend on the franchisee and how they will push through the business on that certain area.
Yeah, just a follow-up pa, Orly, in that particular store that you mentioned, magkano more or less ang sales nito on a daily basis? I mean, how much do they sell every day?
Yes,
Typically,
they sell around 50,000 pesos.
50 a
Yeah.
day. Okay. And then this is anywhere in the Philippines, I suppose.
Right now, sir, we have right now in NCR and also in
NCR.
Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, and right now we have one franchisee in to be open to this coming January in La Union. Basically, it's Luzon area, and then after this, after we have this in Luzon, we go to the Bisaya and Mindanao area. So that's our main target. So we cannot open right now at the Visayas because of the logistic matters, of course. It's very hard for us to have one franchisee in Bisaya and deliver the cargo of around 100 sacks. It's too heavy on the cost on our part.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Orly.
Thank you so much.
Ernie, it's almost 9 o'clock.
Sir, nakamute po kayo, sir.
Yeah, okay. So it's 9 o'clock. We'll now have the ending ceremonies. Vivian, can you have the ending ceremonies with the certificate of appreciation taking hopefully 3 seconds? Sige, Bernie. Sige, Vivian. Okay. We want to thank Orly Manuntag for being a resource speaker. But more importantly, I think we will ask him to spread this wisdom by using us. Okay, so signed by me and Luis Porcelano, Mr. President. Okay, and then we want to also tell you about what's the next forum. Anyway, Vivian, can you show the next slide? So after we thank you, we tell the people what the next forum is so they can click in around the world for the next one. Do you have it? If you don't have it, just say it. And if you don't have it, Bernie probably knows what it is. Yeah,
We are
okay, here we go.
having
Here we go.
micro modular reactor for the peaceful and productive use of clean and reliable electricity and heat. Yan.